As vaccine shipments go out, scammers are already trying to cash in. It's amazing where people will find opportunity. Some of them are selling fake vaccines, while others are promising to get you to the front of the line once those vaccines are available. Rania Mankarious heads up Houston's leading public safety nonprofit organization, Crime Stoppers of Houston, and joins us this afternoon. Thank you for being with us. And did I butcher your name?
No, it's fine. Rania Mankarious, and I'm thrilled to be with you.
Thanks for being here, because this is an important topic. We know that a lot of people have been desperate for some time to finally see this light at the end of the tunnel when vaccines would be available. Maybe somebody might fall for one of these scams to try to, let's say, move to the front of the line faster. These can be very dangerous, though, especially if you are getting what is being marketed as a shot that it turns out is a fake shot.
Yeah, there's many things we've been watching since the onset of COVID, from fake tests to fake testing sites to fake treatments. And it's no different now that we have the promise of a vaccine. We knew because of the mismatch between the supply and the demand. We knew because of the fear that just follows COVID and the greed of these criminals that these scams were going to pop up. And that's exactly what we're seeing. So we're seeing people being told, fill out this form or give us a credit card number and we'll put you on a waiting list. We'll get you to the front of the line. Or, hey, I actually have a shipment of COVID vaccines that I can supply to you right now. And we're urging the community to not fall for any of these scams because they're all false. Yeah. They're trying to take funds from you and potentially give you a harmful product.
And we should really point out here, too, that anybody who's asking you to pay for some vaccine supply that they have on hand, that is likely to be a scam, isn't it? Because the vaccine is supposed to be free for everyone.
Absolutely. If they're asking you for your credit card number just to have it on file, your Medicare number, your insurance information, none of this is needed or necessary. You're not going to get a phone call from Social Security. You're not going to get a phone call from the CDC. If you are in line for the vaccine, if you're a healthcare worker or a nursing home, there are proper channels for you to get that. Later on, you'll be able to get it as a regular citizen, but you've got to go through your licensed healthcare provider. There's no cutting the line with this. And by the way, I've talked to many people that say, well, I saw an ad and I wasn't going to buy it, but I was just curious to click and see what they were offering. Don't even click, because a lot of these links have malware, ransomware embedded in them, and they're going to really hurt your computer and gain access to your information.
Yeah, especially if they're emailing you these things and so forth. Rania, how important is it, just in your experience, that, let's say, I'm not going to be clicking on any of these emails. I'm not going to believe any of these phone calls if someone is reaching out for something like this. But there are more vulnerable people in my family. How important is it for those of us who know that these are scams and how to spot these things to reach out to someone in our family who is maybe a little bit more likely to believe these things?
It's so important. And let me tell you, when you say that, a lot of us are thinking of the elderly people in our lives. And it's so important that you talk to them about how this vaccine is going to be distributed, how they can gain access to it, because certainly we know the elderly are at a higher level more fearful of this vaccine. But let me draw your attention to another group in the home, the millennials, the younger kids who are just doing online research, maybe not even thinking about getting a vaccine, but hear about it and are just curious to click away. They too may be clicking on links that embed malware or ransomware into a home computer. And that's why the conversation actually has to be had with everyone.
All right, so don't fall for the scams. There's going to be plenty of them that pop up. Rania Mankarious from the Crime Stoppers of Houston, thanks for being with us today. We really appreciate it. This is timely advice.
Thank you for having me.